Hey guys, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. Some of you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Tennessee, Shuichi's Path. So guys, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? We were just teasing Haruki on the roof, so let's go. Haruki? I think it's Haruki. Yeah, Haruki on the roof. So let's go ahead and jump right back in. Guys, sit back for the next 18 minutes, might entertain you, and let's jump right in. Alarm chime, you're up, and let's go. Okay, I'll just choose to take that as a wholehearted agreement. Why do you antagonize Shuichi so much? You've got nothing but criticism about him. Am I supposed to like the guy? Actually, I already think that you do, but I think it's best that I admit that for now. Not what I mean, just, you've got to know what he means, that he means well, right? The wolf shrugs. What he means doesn't matter to me. It's the things he does that annoy me. He always keeps telling me to do things. Who does he think he is to boss me around? He's kind of bossy, yeah, but he only does that because he wants to help. He does that because he thinks he knows better. There's no question about it anymore. Everyone at the club treats him as our only hope of victory. We have to rely on him for everything. No matter what you do or how well you do, he always gets the credit in the end. It's infuriating. Why should I work together with that guy? I'm sure if you told him how you feel, he... Told him how I feel? He's not my goddamn shrink. Why should I have to tell him how I feel? Does he have to go against everything I say? Look, just take it from someone who knows him well. Shuichi really does mean to help. He might not always come across that way. Yeah, sure, someone who knows him well. Is that what you never realize how hopelessly he's fallen for you because you know him so well? He cocks his head to the side, eyeing me with curiosity. What, not going to deny it? I'm not sure I can anymore. Oh. That's it. He merely mutters an oh and looks away from me awkwardly. That's all you're going to say? Oh, last time you had a lot more that you wouldn't stop talking about. Last time you were in denial. What the hell do you expect me to say to that? You basically just admitted it. Oh. See? Nothing to be said. Yeah. I guess this is the point when I'm supposed to wish you the best or something like that. I don't really want to, but I guess talking to you was kind of fun, so I suppose I should. Thanks, but I think I'll pass. He shrugs once more. Hey, suit yourself. I'm trying to be nice here. I'm surprised you even know how. If you prefer to go back to insults, then I can do that too. Oh, it sounds like a kitty getting sick in the corner. Oh. Pass even harder. And stop complaining about what you already have. Yeah, whatever you say. You know, if only you were nicer to people, you'd see that they wouldn't shun you so much. Now why the fuck would I want to do that? Come on, just keep it in mind, okay? Be just a little bit less of an asshole. I'm sure you'll eventually notice a difference. He stays silent, apparently choosing to ignore my words. Well, if he decides to even just think about it a little bit, then I'll already be happy. I really think he'd have a lot more success if he just learned to cooperate with people. We both stare at the sky and clouds that are lazily passing by above us. The sensation of the wind ruffling my fur is calming as always. I could definitely understand why he'd like it up here. It's peaceful, in a sense. I guess for someone that's had the kind of life he has, peaceful would sound really luring. And here I am thinking about him as if I've got him all figured out. In reality, all I know is one little thing about him, and yet I let that define him in my mind, and suddenly I already have an image of him formed in my head. If other people treat him like this once they find out about what happened, then I can definitely understand why he'd be annoyed all the time. In a sense, I guess I can relate. I remember always being looked at with pity after my dad died. Once teachers and other adults found out, I was no longer my own person. I was just the boy whose father died in a car accident. The last thing I want to be doing is relating to this guy. Or maybe I'm just trying to justify his actions because I don't want Shuichi to be wrong about him. I can only imagine how disappointed he'd be if that were the case. I don't want to see that. What do you plan to do? Huh? His voice snaps me out of whatever daze I had found myself in. Man, I really have to stop spacing out everywhere. You know, about him being all gay for you. What do you plan on doing? Do you have to put it that way? Alright, I'll rephrase it. What do you plan on doing about him being all ga for you? How is that any better? You never asked for better, you just asked me not to say it that way. Point taken. Either way, I don't know what to do. I'm still not 100% sure that he's really, you know, gay, queer, a flaming homosexual. Could you stop framing things that way? I was looking for a metaphor. And I said the actual words. Anyway, go on. I urged to smack him, rising rapidly. Must not smack. I'm still not sure if he's those things you said, but I don't know if I should say something about it or not. Unless you plan on confessing to him, then I just avoid the subject altogether. You just hurt him. I didn't expect to see you giving me legit advice. Haruki shrugs, looking bored and uninterested. I'm a little box of surprises. Besides, if you two start dating, I can only imagine how glorious the train wreck would be, so I kind of want to see it. Of course you'd have a shitty reason for doing it. Just because I can be nice doesn't mean I always want to. Can't you just drop your attitude for 2 minutes and try to be helpful? Wolf raises an eyebrow, staring at me like I'm some kind of foreign life form, his tail whipping around behind him. If you like him, kiss him. If you don't, say nothing. It's not exactly hard. I'm not just going to kiss him out of the blue. What are you, insane? A sly smile appears on his face as he stares up at me. It sends a shiver down my spine. Funny. Funny that that's the part you focused on. Could it be that you just accidentally admitted to liking him too? What? No! No! God, you get flustered so easy. Fuck you! Sorry, no can do. It looks like there's already someone else you want to fuck. Ah! God, give me patience, because if you give me strength, I'm going to smack this guy. Hey, you've got no reason to hold out on me. Just tell me the truth. Why am I even supposed to open up to you? You're an ass. True, but I'm also the only person who knows, so I'm the only one you can talk to it about. Besides, you don't really like me, so you don't have to worry about saying something that'll hurt my feelings. That's a fair point. Where do I find myself agreeing with this guy? I don't know how I feel about it. When you first told me, I didn't believe it, but it kept repeating inside my head. I'd started getting more conscious of him and noticing the tiniest things. I've done nothing but think about it since then. Oh man, I really did a number on you, huh? Yes, you did. Another thing to add to the list of reasons I don't like you. If it's any comfort, I'm pretty sure other people's lists are way longer than yours. That's no comfort at all! Good, I was hoping it wouldn't be. You're an asshole. Thank you, you too. Looks to me like you've already fallen for the guy and just didn't realize it yet. Honestly, that's just disgusting. What? There's no way Okay, here's a little experiment to prove it to you. Think about kissing a guy. Think about kissing me. What? Why would I? Just shut up and do it already. I grumble a bit, but decide to do it. I close my eyes and think of him. I think of his body lightly grazing against mine, of his face slowly getting closer to... No way! Jeez, at least try to sound a little less disgusted. Anyway, that's your baseline? That's your baseline. This is how you feel about kissing other guys. Could also just be because you're a little shit and I don't like you. It might not have anything to do at all with me liking Shuichi, or other guys for that matter. Sure, whatever makes you sleep at night, man. Anyway, now I imagine it's the dog kissing you instead. I didn't have to think about that much about it. As soon as I close my eyes, that dream starts playing again. I remember all the times I thought Shuichi looked handsome. For some reason, those thoughts would cross my mind without me even thinking it. Like when he took me out to the shopping district and he told me about all the things that had been stressing him out lately. The way he pulled me by the hand made my heart beat fast. Or the day he took me to the festival and gave me the goldfish that I now have in an aquarium in my room. The smile on his face back then was wonderful. Or just a few days ago when we shared a bed. The look on his face as it was so close to mine made me want to melt. I think of Shuichi's arms wrapped around me, of his lips pressed up against mine. That thought alone makes my heart beat fast, but I don't feel any disgust at all. The idea doesn't bother me in the least. Well, your face is going red and you're not screaming out in shame and disgust, so I'm gonna go ahead and say you have your answer. I'm still not sure. Oh, for fuck's sake, just go tell him already, you Ooh. Excuse me, what did you call me? Get used to it. That's what people are going to be calling you once you two dorks start being even more lovey-dovey in public than you already are. We are not lovey-dovey. Up until a few weeks ago, he was not in love with you. Up until a minute ago, you were not crushing on him. See the pattern here? Fuck you! You wish. Anyway, I'm out of here. All this love talk is making me want to puke, if you'll excuse me. Knock yourself out. Literally, against the door preferably. See you later, too. Well, that was fun. Somewhat. What the fuck am I supposed to do now, though? I slide down with my back against the same vent Haruki had been leaning on until now. I need to clear my head. I just want to stop having these thoughts already. They're just gonna get more and more intense, buddy boy. Believe me, I know. I sit down at a nearby bench to rest after a particularly draining exercise session. Even though the courts are being converted for use in the festival, Coach found us a loophole. We can still do most of our aerobics training outside the courts and then just go inside the locker room to get changed. This way we at least don't stay idle. Some of us also take the time to practice our swings. Basically, as long as we're not using an actual ball, it's all golden. The feeling of my muscles on fire has gotten so common over the years that it's almost soothing in its own way. I take a chug out of the bottle of energy drink, rejoicing upon feeling the cool liquid inside my mouth. Practice is the one thing that can get me to clear my mind, and these past few days I've needed to do that more than ever. Coach certainly seemed pleased to see me working out with so much vigor. Never mind the fact that he has no idea why I'm doing it in the first place. How's progress? Saya shows up while I wasn't looking and takes the seat next to mine. I've been doing some progress on improving my backhand. I don't want it to end up being targeted again like it was in that match with Yuya. That's the Akita you faced in the finals, right? I nod, taking another sip of my drink. Man, that was tough. I'll bet. I didn't expect to see you working that hard for a win before playing against Tanaba-kun. I don't even want to think of playing against that guy, but yeah, that's why I'm working on my backhand. It just made me realize that if a guy who knows absolutely nothing of strategy can still figure out that my backhand is an easy weakness to exploit, then I need to address it. Saya gives me a few taps on the back, smiling cheerfully. It's so good to see you putting in some effort again. What are you talking about? I always put effort into it. The fact that you're even saying that shows just how out of touch with reality you are. Oh, fuck off. Are you really going to take that tone with me? She cracks her knuckles as a warning and I immediately gulp. I mean, you're right. That's it, you're right. I've been lazing around a lot. That's better. Jesus, this girl's terrifying when she wants to be. Well, I should be getting ready to go home. I'm just going to give the freshmen some advice and then I'll be going. See ya. Have a safe trip home. See ya. You too. She gives me a little wave as she hops away and towards a group of freshmen that seem to be waiting for her. I'm surprised by how dutiful she is to the club. I suppose she was always the responsible type. Her personality just does a damn good job of masking that. Better get going too. And now I'm talking to myself. Wonderful. Despite the protests of my legs, I walk towards my locker so I can get changed and go home. I swear I can hear some creaking here and there with each step I take. I guess I've been overdoing it a little lately. I see Shuichi standing in front of my locker with his arms crossed, leaning his back against the metal door. Ah, there you are. I look away from him, walking right to the door and nudging him away so I can open it. Here I am. Do you want to go somewhere together now that practice is over? Don't you have to keep up with your curfew? It should be fine if it's just one time. Your dad will chew you out if you get home late. I know, I'm okay with that. I just want us to hang out for a bit. I think I'll pass. I still can't even look him in the eye. Every time I do, I keep having these thoughts again. Ever since that stupid Haruki told me all those weird things, I've been confused. What's wrong with me? You should probably get changed. If you stay in those sweaty clothes for too long, your fur is going to stink more than it already is. God, this is awkward. Can you at least wait for me while I get dressed? I really am in a hurry to get home right now. I'm afraid to even looking up to see his face is like right now. Wouldn't be surprised if he really is mad at me right now. I know I'm being unreasonable. I know I'm being obvious. I'm just weaseling out of an uncomfortable situation without doing anything about it. I know that, but I don't even know what's happening to me right now. If I do or say the wrong thing, I could potentially ruin my friendship with him. And the thought of that alone already terrifies me. Without saying another word, Shuichi walks away from me. He's probably gone to get changed. I take this opportunity to finish getting changed myself, as fast as I can so I can get out of here. Before I noticed, I had already zoomed out the door with my bags hanging from my shoulder. I should probably be in the clear for now. I'm not being normal lately. It's only going to get worse these past couple weeks. So many things just started clicking into place lately. Things I've never had a second thought about suddenly seem so suspicious. I hate it. All of a sudden, I feel a hand firmly grabbing me by the shoulder and stopping me as I walk. I'm spun around where I stand and I'm greeted by Shuichi. His face looks incredibly annoyed and angry. My eyes instinctively go down to my feet. You're coming with me. Shuichi, I really need to. That's not optional. He grabs me by the wrist and starts pulling me back towards the school building. Wait, Shuichi! He doesn't give an ear to my complaints and forcibly drags me away without a word. The metal door closes behind me with a loud bang as Shuichi nearly slams it shut. For some reason, he's dragged me towards the rooftop. Talk to me. I talk about what? For God's sake, do you think I'm stupid or something? You've been ignoring me all week. How about you start with that? I don't know what you're talking about. That's ridiculous. Come on, do you really think I'm that dumb? You've been ignoring me ever since you spent the night at my place. You barely talk to me when we're together with everyone else. You actively go out of your way to avoid spending time alone with me. You don't answer your phone. You don't text back. You're not slick. It's pretty damn obvious that you're avoiding me. That's... Look, Yuuichi, I don't know what happened, but I'm sorry, alright? Huh? Maybe I was too hard on you because of that thing with my sister. I know you meant well, and I'm sorry I got so... No! That's not it at all. I see. Look, I might not know what it is, but whatever it is I did, I'm sorry. Music? Music, don't you dare be copyrighted music. There we go. Okay, that should be fine. Why are you apologizing to me? If you don't even know what happened? Because some things are more important to me. Getting ignored by you hurts. You have no idea how much it hurts. So it doesn't matter to me what I did or didn't do. If it means you'll stop ignoring me, I'll apologize however many times I need to. I'm speechless. My chest suddenly feels really tight. Stop it. You don't have to apologize. It's nothing you did. Then what is it, you? I can't think of any words. Seeing the look on his face makes my chest hurt even more for some reason. Not being able to bear it, I look away from him. There you go again. You're not even looking at me. That's not... It has to be something. Come on, just tell me. Please. Why is he saying this? Why is he being so sweet and understanding? If he realizes what I've been doing, then why isn't he mad at me? Why is he only making me feel more confused? You? Shuichi calls my name out one more time. He sounds so strained, as if he's already nearing his breaking point. Seeing him like this, hearing him call my name like that. Why does it make my chest hurt so much? I've just been really confused and worried lately, even before the party thing. What do you mean? I'm just unsure about how you feel for me. Even though I've wanted to keep quiet about this before I notice that the dam inside of me bursts. What? What's that even supposed to mean? I swallow 1, 2, 3 times in an attempt to get the words to come to me. I decide to leave out the part with Haruki because I don't know how he'd react. The last thing I need right now is for him to get into a fight with someone over that. It's just, I've noticed a lot of things you do or say to me aren't the kind of things you do for just anyone. And once I realized that, a lot of things you've done for me in the past, I started seeing them in a different light. And I don't know anymore whether you think of me as a friend or... My voice trails off before I can finish that last sentence. No, it's more like I can't bring myself to finish that sentence. Because it's the last step. After I open this door, there's really no coming back. Even if he can piece together what I'm trying to say from all this, even though I know that wouldn't be hard at all for him to do, I still can't bring it to words. Because whether my suspicions turn out to be correct or not, voicing them out loud would just change everything. Shuichi? His eyes dart to the floor, looking away from my gaze. His face is red? Something clicks inside of my head. I realize that he can't deny it. The reason he can't look at me is because he cannot deny it. Shuichi, now you're the one avoiding me. Sorry, it's just that you really caught me by surprise. So you noticed before I had the chance to tell you, huh? Man, I really hate myself for letting that happen. Even though I already knew it, hearing it said in actual words makes my heart skip a beat. Why is my heart beating so fast? Why is it that I somehow feel happier to hear it? What's going on with me? So it's true? Yes. I'm sorry. To be fair, I did try telling you before, but you didn't hear me that time. What? So you pieced all this together but totally forgot that other time. When we went to the festival and we were hiding from the rain in that alley the alley that night. You. I can't... Jeez, it's like you used to... Jeez, it's just like you to be this dense. So this is why you've been avoiding me this past week. You figured it out. Yeah. You're probably disgusted by it, huh? What? It's okay, I'll leave you alone. You don't have to say anything. The sound of Shuichi choking on his words as he says them breaks my heart. He turns around and begins to leave. Wait! Before he can walk away from me, I reach out and pull him back. I don't know why, but my body just moved on its own. Don't just decide how I'm supposed to feel without even letting me talk, damn it! Words come out of my mouth before I even notice it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell. It's alright. Shit, my body's drawing a blank. Say something. Just say something. I should Wait, just let me collect my thoughts. Shuichi nods, pulling his arm away that I'm still clutching in my right hand. Okay, just say what you have to say. How am I supposed to think straight when he's looking at me like that? Even though he's smiling and trying to put on a brave face, he's crossing his arms so tightly around his body that his hands are shaking. Just seeing this, I already know what he's thinking. He's preparing himself to be rejected. I've been very confused lately about my own feelings. What? I see his hands relaxing for only a split second. Collecting every shred of courage I have, I swallow one last time before speaking. Ever since I realized this about you, I've just been thinking about it all the time. I can't get it out of my head. I can't get you out of my head. I've even had dreams about you, and I don't know why. My chest hurts right now, and I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with me. He's oddly silent right now. The things I just said, it sounds oddly like a confession now that I think about it. But I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore. The inside of my head is so jumbled up that I feel so lost. What? Shuichi? Sorry. I know I shouldn't be laughing right now. Yuuichi, I think you might have a crush on me. I do? Jeez, you're so slow on the uptake. How can you not notice it yourself? I don't know. Is this really it? I've never had romantic feelings for anyone before. I don't know what it's supposed to be like. I guess I'm a bit curious. I don't want to accept it, but this is pretty much what that wolf told me. God, I wanted to be wrong just out of spite. Do I really have a crush on you? Beats me. But you just said... Come on, how am I supposed to tell you what you feel? I'm not a mind reader. Besides, you already know that I have feelings for you. It'd be very suspect if I tried to convince you that you have feelings for me, no? I guess... Shuichi reaches out with his hand, tenderly brushing it against my cheek. Do you feel better after getting it out in the open? Not really, I'm still confused. What about you? I feel so relieved. Really? Yeah, you have no idea how scared I was of your reaction. I thought for sure I'd lose you if you ever found out. I've been carrying these feelings and this fear for years. Years? Yeah. Please, let me say this properly for once. Shuichi's hand grasped mine. I swallowed loudly in anticipation and then nod. You. I love you. I've loved you since we were kids. I choke on my words, unable to come up with something to say. Yeah? I don't know. I don't even know if I really have a crush on you, and now love? Don't worry about it. I've had feelings for you for the longest time. They've had more than enough time to develop and reach this point. Well, you've only been thinking of me recently. If you do have feelings for me at all, I don't expect them to have reached that point. He's being so understanding. My heart is beating so fast. I've never felt this way before. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to be sure. I can think of one way to be sure. What do you mean? Ah! Oh my god! Yeah! Before I can wrap my head around what is going on, Shuichi puts his arm around my waist and pulls me closer to him. My hand instinctively grows for his chest to keep us from bumping together. That's when he wraps his other hand around mine, gently stroking the back of my hand with his fingers. He gets so close to me that our noses touch. I can feel his breathing on my face. My mind immediately goes blank. Everything else seems to disappear from my sight. The only thing I can properly see is Shuichi right in front of me. How about this? He looks down at me, his big green eyes staring right into me, sparkling with so much life that I can feel myself getting lost in his gaze. It's at this moment, with him cradling me so close to him, that I can finally feel the enormity of his affection for me. My heart speeds up even faster, so fast that I'm afraid it's going to burst. But I also notice one other thing. Your heart's beating really fast. Shuichi chuckles, pressing his nose a little closer to mine. The tip of his nose is warm and fuzzy, and having it this close to me makes my face feel hot. Of course it is. Look at the position I'm in. There's no way I wouldn't be nervous right now. I have a hard time imagining you being nervous. You look so confident most of the time. Thanks for having so much faith in me. Right now I'm just terrified. Just feel it for yourself. Shuichi squeezes my hand, pushing it even harder against his cheek. I can feel his heart beating rapidly against his chest, maybe even faster than my own. Ah. See? He smiles at me, and that immediately makes me melt. Shuichi. I can't even seem to form the words at this moment. My brain is swimming in so much white that I feel as if I'm about to crash. Would you let me go one step further? My mouth feels so dry right now. I'm flashing back to that dream I had last week, and that I have been thinking of since then. I feel like my heart's about to stop. Still, silently, I nod. Shuichi leans a little closer to me. I close my eyes. Ew! It happened! The stars aligned! Oh my god. That's when I feel something warm and moist gently pressing against my lips. Shuichi's touch is gentle, almost fleeting. It's almost as if he's holding himself back out of fear he'd make me flee. Guys, I gotta pause it right here. I think this is the perfect place to pause it. We can pick up the aftermath on the next video. Guys, thank you so much for watching. It happened! Oh my god! Oh, these two are so cute! Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!